Superstorm Sandy has panicked a lot of people. Dr. Jon LaPook is back to show us why that happens and what to do about that. John, good morning.
Good morning, Gail.
I've been hearing from people all around the country who were safe and sound, but it was glued to their TVs and say that they just feel overwhelmed with sadness and anxious watching what other people are going through.
You know, with the modern day technology, we know about these events 4 or 5 days in advance, and it's a lot of time to have anticipatory anxiety. You know, we kick into emergency mode, and that's a good thing in evolution. There's a saber-toothed tiger there, and our adrenaline level goes up, our cortisol goes up, and we go exit stage left, and we either make it or we're killed, and that whole event takes minutes. This is taking days, and we just get revved up and revved up. And then in addition to that, for some people who already have post-traumatic stress, say from Katrina, 9/11, this just brings it all back.
And some of that anxiety is driven by the media, but also by politicians who want people to be fearful so that they get out of the way and save lives, though.
Of course, and you know, you don't want to under-predict, you don't want to over-predict, and so they're trying to get that just right.
So if you feel anxiety, what can you do?
Yes.
Well, you should watch a show like this, where the attitude is measured and nothing is hyped. But when you hear somebody talking like this, and there is a storm, it really doesn't matter what they say. If they're talking like this, your adrenaline is up by the end of that. Mine is already like that. I saw on the Upper West Side, there were people coming out of a meat store carrying what looked to me like half a cow. Now, it's sort of like a mob mentality. I think probably like a box of cereal and a quart of milk will get you through a couple of days.
Right.
I live on the Upper West Side. I wasn't carrying meat, but I was one of the people that went to the store, and I go, why am I here, really?
Because everybody else was there. There were lines, and you said, well, there's a line, I'm going to join it.
I better go get something. I better go get something. So what do we do, though, John, to feel better, whether you're directly affected by it or those who are just watching and just feel such sadness looking what others are going through?
Well, you know, there are 3 things that contribute to panic. You know, one is being threatened physically. The other is feeling trapped. So I had a friend who said, you know, as soon as they said the bridges are closed, that she just had this feeling in the pit of her stomach and popped half a Klonopin.
Look at these amazing pictures as we talk.
It's a medicine to calm you down. And the last thing is to get good information. If you have bad information, that makes you more panicked. So it's very important to also figure out for yourself, how often should you be watching? Probably not all day long.
And how is anxiety dangerous to your health? I mean, what does it do in terms of to your body?
Well, you know, your pulse goes up and your cortisol goes up, and this can be dangerous. You know, during the Scud missile attacks against Israel several years ago, there was an increase in the number of heart attacks. I mean, people get that pulse rate up, the adrenaline, it can narrow the arteries to the heart, you can get a heart attack.
So do you think we should be informed but don't be obsessive about it?
I think
really, I just watched the TV nonstop yesterday.
It's hard. You know you shouldn't be doing it, but you do it. It's just hard to stop. And I think, you know, the kind of response that we've seen in New York City, I think Mayor Bloomberg has done a very good job getting out there, giving good information.
Dr. Jon
LaPook, thank you so much for joining us.